It's not clean, but it's CIB. And it's very large. It looks bad, but it runs just fine. Which is great, because this is like an FMV cutscene game. So, if you are not familiar with large box PS1 jewel cases, I don't remember that being there. That's unfortunate. Let me introduce you to my favorite one. This game was an addition to my collection many years ago, but not like, how do I want to say this? Well into my adult life, post-childhood nostalgia kind of deal. One of the first pieces of what I would call my, like, adult adult collection, whatever. One of the first pieces of my adult collection. Meaning that I got it like after I moved out and stuff. And that was still like, I don't know, 15 years ago. So this is a flight game, sort of, like an arcade flight game. Let me adjust this a little bit. There we go. With wacky FMV cutscenes. I'm gonna do mostly no talking after a quick little preamble. What is childhood nostalgia to me, though? Or like mid to late teen nostalgia? It was the PS3 Warhawk game. I played that a lot. The PS2 and PS3 were kind of like my childhood consoles, because I got, like, I was able to get into gaming. Console gaming. Like probably 16. So that would have been PS2. And then like closer to 18. No. 15 for PS2, 14 and 15. And then probably like 16, 17, almost 18 PS3. Oh yeah, and then there was Game Boy before that. I'm gonna have to bust out my Game Boy collection. That is deep childhood nostalgia. That's what I had when I was like 12. And then I got to try various PC gaming. Much younger, because I was a whiz kid, no one could stop me. If I was unattended and I got a hold of the computer, oh man. I was like almost, well, not programming, but like using professional editing tools at like 12. I am a digital native, and I yearn for the old analog, the very beginning of the digital era, when there was no DLC or day one patches. I really liked it when things just worked when you got them. I think it's something we should probably strive for as a society again. Oh, I didn't like that. Up and do math if you're being weird. I'm in like my early to mid 30s. I have no secrets about anything. I'll show you my face. There is no face like reveal. The like first person who asks to see my face, I'll just post it in like YouTube sidebar. So I don't know, somehow I'll find a way. I'll put it at the end, like one of your grandpa's photo collage. Me and my cats. Several photos. Presume anyone wants to see my mug until I am told otherwise. Baby steps. It's enough if the channel exists right now. And I am grateful for every single watch. Every like, every comment, especially every subscribe. Because I am just doing this for fun. And I truly do believe I am just talking into the void in a closet, adrift in space, sending out signals hoping anyone can hear it. Hoping anyone has a slightly better day because they heard it. Okay. already asleep. I'm sorry. For you. Because you're gonna miss this. You see that finesse? I don't think you realize who you're in the presence of. First of all, absolutely always make sure that you never get these guys on the inside of the paper. When you pull it out, it's gonna cut. That's horrible. This manual already had a tear in it, so it slipped in there and it slipped back out. I don't know if you can, let me look at the monitor to see if you can see that. Oh yeah, peekaboo. Peekaboo. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there he is. Little frick. Alright. Next thing you gotta do is lip the manual up over these little teeth right here. Because if you just pull, you're gonna also mess up the manual that's already messed up, and I probably just shouldn't care, but you know what, whatever. I'm just like this because I want to be. If you don't take care of your stuff, I'm sorry. For your stuff, it deserves better. I love this hint line. Oh, come on, no matter what camera I get, it still won't focus. I guess this is just as close as I can get. Hint line, very funny. Oh, you know what, while we're on the person, let's look for a year maybe. Handling your PlayStation disc. Compact discs intended for use only with a PlayStation game console. If you do not bend it, crush it, or submerge the liquid, do not twist radiation. What? Okay, Fukushima, calm down. Keep this compact disc clean. Blah, blah, blah. Don't give a shit. Oh, beautiful little diagrams. Yeah. Pretty well rendered. It's funny, they've got like, I forget what the pretty term equivalent is, but like scan lines. Misaligned printhead, maybe, I don't know. Perfectly diagonal. There's like none of those chippy lines. Yeah, so the printhead was probably oriented this way. This way, oh my god, I don't know if you could see anything I was just pointing at, I don't care, moving on. to make sure it isn't that picture. That would have been really funny if they just desaturated it. Warhawk status cheese, ear cheese, cockpit. I love that word. Yes, that's another good. That is that exact same rendering, but not tilted. That's funny. The exact same image, but wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute, it's not. There's a missile on each wingtip here, and here there is not. Oh my god, I'm off screen again. Here there are no missiles on the wingtips, and here there are. So it's actually not the same image. That's incredible. I guess it also has slightly different perspective. If you really, really look at like the foreshortening on the wings. Alright, props. They rendered it every time they showed one. Hey guys, what's that called? I'm sorry, I can't read meme words. I can't read internet words in real life. My brain, I literally don't see them. There's just like a fuzz there, like TV static in my brain whenever I see meme words in real life. God, this is a long one. Holy moly. Desert zone, canyon zone, airship zone, intelligence mode. Yeah, debatable. Volcanic zone, cosmic zone, storm zone. I ain't reading none of that. I guess that's probably why they stopped doing manuals and anything. If I'm not reading all that, no one else is. I am the most likely person to read all that. I don't recognize that handwriting at all. That's no one I know. I don't know anyone who would make a box like that. Honestly, this looks like it might be too different. Breaking for the train, I guess. I noticed this over here. This is very funny. The registration card. Oh. Where was I before I had to stop for a train for 15 minutes? Ah, yes. This is all very funny to me. Who is the primary user? They want all your identifying information. What other systems you own. How many games you bought at all the same time as the PlayStation. List them. How many games do you plan to buy in the next 6 months? I don't care about the rest of this, but it's very presumptive to expect all of this information for marketing purposes. It's also very typical, and I've made jokes about it in other videos. I don't know if anyone's caught that. But what's the most funny part to me is they expect you to pay for the stamp. This isn't even postage paid. There's no indicia on this. That's so unbelievably disgusting, and also probably very typical. I bet if I looked at a bunch of other manuals that I also have kicking around, and not just ones from Sony or PlayStation America or any of this, I think this is literally top to bottom a Sony-owned game and going to everything about this. But, like, come on, bro, really? Did people do this? Did people used to be this desperate to have their voice heard, their butt sniffed? No, stand up and be counted. I don't know, some shit like that. I don't understand, dog. Why would you ever put your own stamp on that to give them free market analysis information? Wacky. Now that it's hollow, it's like a more delicate sound, needs to be treated differently. Needed to make room for this. Oh, I missed the metal page by one. There we go. I remember exactly where I was. I was in one trying to buy up as much of the last of the cheap good stuff as I could find. See if there's any ancient Game Boy Color games that fell between the racks 15 years ago. There were none. There never are. You're never the one in that story that they write about on all the clickbait news for a week or so. Now that I put it like that, Lord knows if it's even true half the time, I wonder. Oh, that has an interesting, parabolic effect to it. I think we're good on the manual solo for a minute. Let's check this out again. I'm not doing anything with this disc. I lied immediately. We're gonna do this for a minute. If I even come close to dropping it, we're stopping. I don't know why I'm being so precious with it. Look at that. It's got a surface only a PlayStation could love. Hey, you can kind of see my rig. Can you? I don't know if you can see me. I'm kind of... I don't know. I don't think you can see me because I'm backlit by a window. You might be able to see me a little bit if you try really hard. You might be able to see me a little bit if you try really hard. Or just a little bit. Only a little bit. Don't worry, don't bite much. Alright, I'm done with that. It's making me nervous. It sounds like a dumpster slamming shut. Holy. We are not going to try and get behind. Well, it's closed now. We're not going to try and get behind the liner to pull this out because that would be an extensive amount of work and make a lot of horrible noise, and I'd probably crack and destroy the case worse than it already is. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do know that this existed before this video or anything recently. I think it's been like that for a very long time. I feel better now. This thing's still so heavy. It's crazy. It feels like there's something else in there. Oh, off screen again. Really bad about that. I don't know how these noises we can make. I'm a little scared of that hinge, bro. Yeah, no, I'm not messing with the hinge. That's just... that's asking for it. But we're gonna do the empty right here. And we're gonna fill it up and do this again real quick and see if there's a noticeable difference. My hypothesis is that there will be a minutely noticeable difference. It'll sound a little less hollow and creaky and plasticky. That's kind of alright. Alright, I'm worried about the integrity in this case. In case you're intrepid, the secret to opening these old PlayStation cases without, or any jewel case without cracking them or something, is to kind of shift the plastic a little bit. So this finger's pulling down, this one's pushing up. While you... oh man, was that kind of out of frame again? Right, this finger's pushing up, this one's pulling down. While you very, very gently pull on the corner of the top. And then once that's out, you shift this up your gaze. See, I did that. You hold this up, this one down, then shift. Give it a little toot more in there. Ow, I hit my head. I wonder if the point of these jewel cases was originally to make sure that you could have a book-sized manual, because the paperwork was very important to some people. That's the only thing I can figure. Yep, much better sound overall. More forgiving. Bass here. Studying or